The reformers, they recognized a tendency on the part of Christians to attempt to hide from the world, or at least to isolate our spiritual lives from the rest of the world. But the call of Christ, the mission of God, is for us to engage the world with his message of hope. Now, sadly, we've missed what the reformers, and more importantly, Jesus, were inviting us to be a part of. We have recognized the distortion of the spheres, and either we've tried to ignore it or we've tried to use worldly strategies to fix it in our own image. Jesus, he never hid from the world. In fact, he as an individual had more impact on the politics of his day and the politics of our day than any other mortal, and we know that he was more than that. He had a huge impact. And how did he do it? He did it by never allowing himself to be pigeonholed into a human-conceived structure or party. The priests and the scribes and the religious leaders, they were always trying to ask Jesus questions to try to figure out which faction he belonged to. And he was never able, and he never let them pin him down. That was just a part of who he was. And the teachings of Jesus end up demonstrating to us that his focus was all about love and all about truth. The Apostle Paul, again, this is in his letter to the Ephesians. He says this about halfway through verse 14 is where we're going to start. He says, "We will not be influenced when people try to trick us with lies so clever that they sound like truth. Instead, we will speak the truth in love, growing in every way more and more like Christ, who is the head of his body, the church. He makes the whole body fit together perfectly as each part does its own special work. It helps the other parts to grow so that the whole body is healthy and growing and full of love." The example of Jesus and of the church in the years that followed was not to ignore the political realities of this world, but to look past them to the truth that really matters and to love everyone, even our opposition. We are to love them completely and be willing to die for them. That's the kind of love that God calls us to. And that's the kind of light and witness we're supposed to shine in the world. The way of Christ has always been marked by authentic compassion and a genuine commitment for the truth. We got to have both. Mercy without justice is meaningless, and justice without mercy is just plain mean. But we get to live this way. We get to live all of our lives, all for Jesus. And all means all.